Okay, welcome everyone. This is Hipnozer, and this is the presentation about the concept of centrism. So here are the things we will mention about today. We will mention what the centrism is, we will show the Nolan chart, the purple pill, and the example of road and the centrist position on that road. We will show the concepts of limbo and purgatory and the differences between them. We will talk about the pros and cons of staying in the limbo. We will we will show the concept of centrism and relate that to the limbo and purgatory. We will show the rating of lifelong centrism, leftism and rightism based on the criteria. We will show the results of that rating. We will sum up then with conclusions and some two additional topics which will sort of expand those conclusions. Okay. So without further ado, let's get to the presentation. What is the centrism? Let's explain the basic ideas regarding the centrism. So first of all, this is political ideology which is based on moderated views and avoiding the extremes. It supports aspects of both liberal and conservative stances on the issues. It values stability, incremental change, social harmony, and appeals to those who are disillusioned by the polarization. It's a dynamic position that can change its views, and it searches for the middle ground. Now let's take a look at the position of centrism within the Nolan chart. As we see, that's that square in the middle of this larger square, and it's surrounded by liberalism, libertarianism, conservatism and authoritarianism on that chart. So once we have looked at the position of the centrism in the Nolan chart, let's look at the purple pill. So the third word in the matrix. In the original matrix there were two pills, the blue one and the red one, and the Neo chose the red one. However, in that world which we discuss right now, the Neo chose third purple pill, which is a path of balance and integration, path in the middle between the world of machines, Zion, and the matrix. This choice embodied our principle of centrism and helped him navigate the polarized world. Here we have the graphic made by DeepAI, which shows Neo, which shows the offer for Neo by the Morpheus to take one of the three given pills. Okay, using the example of a road, we can show where the centrist was supposed to be. So the centrist is usually the guy on that island in the middle of the road, that space that separates the roads in the opposite direction. However, the the this space is usually not available for traffic because the middle lane starts deteriorating, because most people move from left to right or from right to left, and they don't go through the middle. Okay. So the middle lane starts deteriorating, and in a polarized world it starts to stop to being a viable option, as long as it eventually happens and it no longer is a viable option. Okay. And yes, and that is happening through a breakdown. Okay, so right now let's discuss the concept of limbo and purgatory. So limbo refers to a suspension between two conditions, like for example heaven and hell, where we are in the middle and we're neither progressing nor regressing. We are sort of like frozen in place. So this is the image of the limbo generated by the deep AI. Now let's discuss the concept of a purgatory, which is rooted in Roman Catholic tradition, theology, and it's referring to the intermediate state after the death. And contrary to limbo, this state is not permanent, because here the soul is cleansed for divine perfection, which means it's aiming for the right hand path and it's not intending to stay in the temporary zone. And that is the key difference between the limbo and the purgatory. Limbo is permanent, and the purgatory is a transitionary temporary state which eventually passes. So limbo is like the crosswalk, and the limbo is like being stuck in the middle of the highway. There are many aspects connected with staying in the limbo. We will take a look in the slide at the following aspects, like emotional comfort, risk avoidance, time for reflection, spiritual psychological safety, and neutrality in conflict, perceived fairness, freedom from consequences, stability, and hope. So let's take a look at the emotional comforts first. It offers us safety from confrontation, but it can also cause stagnation. We have risk avoidance, which can protect from negative consequences, but it can also be paralyzing and make us miss the opportunities. We also have time to reflect, which can give us contemplation, but can also cause the overthinking, which leads to